12 noon on this Tuesday afternoon, October 6, 2020. It's time now for the Peter Channel Noon of the World on this Tuesday afternoon, October 6, 2020. Times 12 noon. Mountain temperature is 65 degrees. Top stories on the Peter Channel Noon of the World on this Tuesday afternoon is Trump's COVID-19 diagnosis inspired almost a quarter more Americans to wear a mask. A new poll finds Joe Biden holds stable lead in 6 swing states after debate Trump's coronavirus diagnosis. New poll finds. While Hispanic voters are divided on Trump and Biden, did Joe Biden say some black women stalking shows was why he could have stayed amid COVID? White Texas cop charged with murder after shooting black man who was walking away. More than 3 million general election ballots cast so far in November election. EU fast tracks process for Pfizer and BioNTech's COVID-19 vaccine. Fauci warns Trump's recovery could go in a reversal. Joe Biden says if Amy Coney Barrett overturns Roe v. Wade, he'll make it the law of the land. Pam Bondi touts Pence's accomplishments ahead of Vice President debate. Wolf's Pompeo message in Japan countering China is worth meeting face to face. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson insists COVID has not robbed him of his mojo as he unveils economic pledges. Hungary's crackdown on source links tools illegal by EU top court. Kyrgyzstan's elections annulled after protests break into Parliament building. Anti-virus creator John McAfee arrested on tax evasion charges. Oil prices edge higher Tuesday following Trump returned to the White House. U.S. trade deficit in August was widest in 14 years. Okay, looking at the stocks on this Tuesday afternoon, the Dow up 108.38 points at 2257.02. S&P 5 down 6.92 at 34.1.71. The Nasdaq down 66.64 at 11,265.84. Black hole discoveries win Nobel Physics Prize. SpaceX receives contract to build missile tracking satellites for the Defense Department. NASA is testing in the first of its new moonwalking spacesuits. The most detailed image yet of the Carina Nebula will blow your mind. CDC updates guidelines again to note the risk of airborne transmission says coronavirus can affect people more than 6 feet away. Trump compares COVID-19 death rate to the annual flu. Over 80% of hospitals coronavirus patients experience neurological symptoms. In Seoul, more South Korean lawmakers are expressing openness and the idea of accepting members of the K-pop group BTS for mandatory military service, or at least letting them postpone it. Pompeo, Japan denounces Beijing for COVID-19 cover-up. U.S. judge orders Iran to pay $1.4 billion over missing former FBI agent. North Korea ambassador to Italy defected to the South. A trio of scientists from the United States, Britain, and Germany jointly won the Nobel Prize in Physics on Tuesday for discoveries about black holes, and Norwegian Nobel Institute announced. Kyrgyzstan President Sunabay Jernimikov called in his political opponents Tuesday to calm their supporters after protesters against parliamentary election results stormed the parliament building and the presidential offices. Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden and campaign in Southern Pennsylvania on Tuesday in the state viewed as a critical background for next month's election. Chains will be to also use cannabis cigarettes according to a study. Groundwater depletion means peak rain has gone to some high plain states, and don't be afraid of COVID as Trump message penned as irresponsible and crazy. A federal judge Orlando, Florida, after reported delays due to weather and over problems, SpaceX on Tuesday successfully launched a shipment of 60 solid communication satellites from Florida. Brockton seeing massive spike in COVID-19 numbers as Dr. Richard Ehrman, the city's pandemic consultant, provides city councils with an overview of where Brockton currently is regarding community transmission and where the city may be heading. Plymouth's new rainbow crosswalk vandalized. Quincy Council has approved $3.6 million public safety radio complex. Braintree schools look to add in-person class time. Peter Chill News Time is 12:04. Sports time. No Ricky is more confident than the Miami Heat's Tyler Hero. Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes didn't even miss throws and win over the Patriots. And Yankees and Astros look formal in the AL playoffs. And Bill O'Brien, how one man fashioned the Texans into his own hellish image. Peter Chill News Time is 12:04. Time now for a traffic and trend to check on this Tuesday afternoon. Beep beep on the MBTA subway system, looking good. Computer rail. Looking good, and the ferries are looking good. Look at the highways in New England. 146 on the northbound side, a little bit slow around North Smith Railway around Salesville Road and North Smithfield, Rhode Island. Jamestown Bridge on the westbound side, Loopspur Bridge on the eastbound side, of Mountain Oak Bridge on both ends, it's backed up. Sycamore Bridge on both ends, it's looking good. Out in the Cape, looking good. Out in southeastern Massachusetts, 495, a little bit slow between 105 and Twain in the Middleborough area. And 120 on the northbound side, a little slow on 95 in the Captain Stretch, and Severn Expressway on the southbound side, slow between the Caroline Tunnel all the way down to downtown Boston. 39395, looking good from 120 to the New Hampshire border. Route 45, a little bit slow around Route 3 on a little stretch. 190 southbound side, a little bit slow on the West Boylston stretch, and Western Mass Pike both ends of back around. 291 out in the Springfield area. 84 westbound side, a little bit slow on Tonk, Connecticut, and 91 southbound side, a little slow on Hartford, Connecticut, and 95 of the northbound sides, a little bit slower on West Haven, Connecticut. 95 of the southbound side, sort of Bedford, Connecticut, and 95 of the southbound side, lows are Route 79 in Norwalk, Connecticut, and up in northern New England. Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine highways are looking good. Peter Channel News Time, 12:06. It's time now for a weather report. The latest on Hurricane Delta. Extremely dangerous storm surge and hurricane conditions are expected within portions of the northern Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, beginning tonight, and a hurricane warning is in effect. Heavy rainfall will affect portions of the Cayman Islands and western Cuba and the northern Yucatan Peninsula throughout midweek, and this rainfall could lead to significant flash flooding and mudslides. The potential for heavy rain and flash flooding will increase across portions of the central Gulf Coast, Tennessee Valley, and southeastern United States as Delta moves inland later this week, and there will be an increase in likelihood of flash flooding and storm surge and dangerous hurricane force winds, especially along the coast of Louisiana and Mississippi, beginning on Friday, and residents in these areas should ensure they have the hurricane plan in place and monitor updates to this forecast. Look at Delta, 150-mile-per-hour winds, 955 millibars, 18.2 to the north, 2.6 to the west, and moving west northwest at 16 miles an hour. And closer to home, it is a beautiful day in the weather department as high pressure provides mostly dry and mild conditions today. There remains a risk of a few isolated showers across central to southern portion of the southern New England, and windy and warm with a risk of scattered showers or thunderstorms Wednesday afternoon to evening as a cold front moves through and dry to end this week, trending above normal this weekend as high pressure moves to the east, and no major change to this latest forecast update. A weak surface stroke continues to be moved through, bringing some light isolated showers to central and southern portions of the CWA, and most areas remain warm and dry. It should be a bit breezy this afternoon. Okay, let's take a look at the forecast. It goes like this. It's going to be mostly that sky for today, high about 68 degrees, but this afternoon, wind about 5 to 9 miles an hour. For tonight, slight chance of showers before 10 p.m. Partly cloudy sky, about 53 degrees. That's upwards at about 6 miles per hour. Chance rate to 20%. Wednesday, chance of showers, and the showers are supposed to be at less about to 5 p.m. Partly cloudy skies high about 73 and a low 48 degrees. And wind southwards about 7 to 16 miles an hour. Good size, 34 miles an hour. Chance rate is 60% for Thursday, south sky at 62, low 39 degrees, northwest at about 9 to 11 miles an hour, good size 21 miles per hour. For Friday, south sky about 63, low 47 degrees, west wind about 3 to 8 miles per hour. For Saturday, most south sky about 73, low 57 degrees, southwest at about 6 to 13 miles an hour. And Sunday is going to be partly south sky about 72, low 51 degrees, west wind about 6 miles per hour, becoming an off in the afternoon. And for Columbus Day, most of the south sky about 64 degrees, northeast at about 3 to 6 miles per hour. Right now, Norton, it's mostly cloudy at 68 degrees. That's going to be for the Peter Channel. New news one on this October 6th, 2020 on a Tuesday afternoon. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. Hope you have a good afternoon and goodbye day too. Stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. I will see you at 5 o'clock for a 5 o'clock report. You have a good afternoon.